This year, 2020-2021 have been a very difficult time for everyone. COVID-19 has had a dramatic impact on many families in our city. We honor the bravery and sacrifice of the frontline healthcare workers, sometimes even risking their lives with their determination to help others. We hope that everyone is staying healthy and safe. My name is Jose Encarnacion. I immigrated to the United States as a teenager. I am the seventh of 13 children, brothers and sisters. I'm married with my lovely wife, Yesenia Encarnacion, and I'm a proud father of 6 children. My family owned 3 well-known businesses in the city of Lynn: Rincon Macorizano, Palace Auto Music, and Oasis Beauty Supply. I attended North Shore Community College and then transferred to UMass Boston, where I graduated from a bachelor degree in economics. Since I have been involved in the city in different levels for more than 20 years, this is my passion, to serving and help people. Currently, I am the chair of the Dominican Republic Independence Day. And also, I'm a proud member of the North Shore Latino Business Association. And I have a strong Christian values. I am respectfully asking for your support in the primary election of the September 14th and the final election in November 2nd. As a councilor at large. I am running because I am committed to our city, its residents, and making local government work better for everyone. This is our home, the city I love that has given me so much. Consequently, I am committed to use my knowledge and experience to help others regain the status of the city of opportunity for all. As a council member, I will persistently focus on economic growth, government transparency, public safety, infrastructure, and inclusionary zoning to provide affordable housing to low-income families. With your help and your support, I will ensure that Lynn continues to be a great place for all its residents. I will work consistently with other elected officials, community and religious organizations, and anyone who is interested in finding solutions to the issues of the city. Respetuosamente, yo pido su apoyo en las primarias de septiembre 14 y las finales de noviembre 2. Estoy corriendo porque estoy entregado a nuestra comunidad, a nuestra ciudad, sus residentes, y hacer de que la ciudad, el gobierno, sea mejor para todos. Necesitamos su apoyo y con su ayuda yo me estaré asegurando que continuaré trabajando para que Lynn sea una mejor ciudad con oportunidades para todos. La ciudad de Lynn es una ciudad muy diversa. Nos podemos ver cuando salimos en nuestras calles. Y esa diversidad necesitamos verla en el City Hall. Por eso, en la alcaldía, por eso te pedimos que sal y vota. Danos tu apoyo. Juntos podemos. Together we can.
My name is Brian Lapierre, and I am honored and privileged to serve as one of your 4 Councilor-at-Large representatives on the Lynn City Council. Lynn means everything to me. I've spent my life working to make it a better place. Born and raised in Lynn, son of my mom, who's a now retired Hood School secretary, and my dad, a Vietnam veteran, both of whom have spent their lives here in Lynn. I spent years teaching in the Lynn Public Schools, both at Marshall Middle School and English High School, where I met my wife, Kelly, a fellow teacher at Pickering Middle School, and she's the daughter of 2 more longtime Lynners. We have 2 terrific sons who proudly attend the Lynn Public Schools. I am invested in my city and involved in my community. I have donated much needed financial support to countless Lynn organizations and community groups over the years, and I will continue to support these worthwhile efforts of youth and civic organizations as they continue to highlight the strong work that is now needed in our community. I'm running once again to build on the momentum we have in the city right now, offering now an experienced voice of leadership on the council. I have a unique perspective on the important issues facing our city right now. I am laser focused on continue to be listening, learning from constituents and residents from across our city. And then I pride myself on taking a very hands-on, first-class delivery of constituent services. During the past year, during the COVID-19 pandemic, our council worked tirelessly and collaboratively with our partners at the Salvation Army to play a vital role in feeding our senior citizens and others who experienced food shortages and insecurity. To date, millions of pounds of food commodities have been distributed citywide. I was also happy to inform on Lynn Community Television the general public of Lynn last year, keeping folks updated daily with COVID-19 updates that regarded our city at that time, on letting them know all of the resources that were available to our badly hit small businesses. I was proud that we offered outdoor dining, small business loans through our economic development department. Over $9 million in grants were given out to over 600 struggling Lynn small businesses during COVID-19, of which 82% were minority owned. The businesses are still struggling. We need to support them throughout the pandemic, and now in the aftermath of the pandemic, continue to sponsor and promote and go to our small businesses, which are the lifeblood of our great city. I've supported state policies like the moratorium on evictions and support for other various nonprofits here in Lynn and in Greater Lynn. I'm a strong believer in responsible development in our city, and that's been illustrated by over the $1 million that we have been able to return to our city tax rolls by way of selling dilapidated and blighted public properties. We are turning $3,000 taxable properties into $1 million taxable properties in our downtown with responsible development, and over $500 million in new developments and projects scheduled in our city. Renovations like the Metro North YMCA, Boys and Girls Club of Lynn, all of these private organizations spending money to improve their facilities. They're investing in our city and in our people. Lynn is on the move, and I'm pleased to be a very small part of its recent success. I was and still so proud of how hard we worked to fight back this pandemic. We partnered with the Lynn Community Health Center at the Lynn Tech vaccination site, and that was a recognized success. I continue to be amazed to see the outpouring of love and compassion that our city showed toward one another during COVID-19. It will remain as one of our defining moments as a city. We lost, as of this recording, 217 Lynn lives, Lynn souls, and I think about that number daily. It's these moments as a city that I'm so proud that today we report minimal amount of active cases in Lynn, and just this week we had 0 cases. We are looking forward to a more normal fall. My priorities for this election are simple: return my calls, listen to my constituents, learn from them, and then take a leadership role in our city. work with my colleagues to make Lynn a better place to live, work, and raise a family, to thrive, as we are now in our strongest financial position since I came on the council in 2016, going from just $1 million in free cash reserves to over $23 million in cash reserves this budget cycle of fiscal year 2022. It is a remarkable budget stride that we have made under Mayor McGee and working closely with him to be able to do the things that really matter to Lynners. We continue to progress in the area of social justice in the wake of the George Floyd murder and its aftermath. I was proud to have supported the City of Lynn's first historic diversity, equity, inclusion officer hire. I created and expanded with my colleagues a new planning department that includes a planner, an assistant planner, and an arts and cultural planner. We authorized a Black Lives Matter mural installed this summer. We've also provided funding for Lynn Police body camera equipment, and just recently approved $500,000 to create an anti-violence response crisis unit in the City of Lynn. Our work is not done, and I still have the passion and energy to serve our great city in this capacity. I want to see over the next 2 years making a bold commitment to put in the building blocks for a new senior center, build a new middle school, and take steps toward refurbishing and renovating our most needed fire stations across the city. We can accomplish much as a city if we remain committed and working as a team. I respectfully ask for one of your 4 votes for re-election at Councilor at Large on Tuesday, September 14th, and again in the final election on Tuesday, November 2nd, 2021. Thank you to you, the viewers at home, and Lynn Community Television for allowing me this platform to speak with you, the Lynn residents directly. For that, I am eternally grateful.
Thank you to Lynn Community Television for allowing candidates to share their perspective on this platform and continuing to keep the community informed of local initiatives, events, and allowing community members to share their stories on their channel. My name is Nicole Mclean, and I am running for Councilor at Large in the City of Lynn. I was born and raised in the city, and I have never felt seen, included, or considered by our local government. Local organizations would come to our door to help when we were in need. Our family and the families around us did not lean on local government officials for answers to issues such as food insecurity, housing costs, or the condition of parks. We did not know who our government officials were, and they did not market themselves to us. Local government is an entity that I now understand should have involved my family. Local government officials should have been just as concerned about what was going on in my neighborhood as they were about the neighborhoods that they grew up in and or had a connection to. I have learned that although we should not have to fight to be seen by our government officials, that we can fight and we can win. I'm a part of the Lynn Racial Justice Coalition that has helped to bring body cameras to our police department, a diversity, equity, and inclusion officer to our city, and is in conversation about the development of an unarmed crisis response team that will better address issues in our city without lethal force involved. I am running for office because I care about this city as a whole. I am the first Black woman to run for Councilor at Large in Lynn, and my intention is to reach out to all Lynn residents in all areas of our city. Being deployed to Iraq in 2004 and 2008 as an Army National Guard soldier afforded me the opportunity to learn leadership skills and the ability to communicate effectively to accomplish any mission. As Councilor at Large, I will focus on communicating to the best of my ability what our local government has to offer and what decisions are being made. We all should be informed of actions being taken that will affect us. I know you don't have time to be at every city council meeting, but what is being discussed in those meetings needs to be better communicated and a system created so that residents can weigh in on topics being discussed. Lynn's community is its greatest asset. We have brilliant minds that work day in and day out in local community organizations. Our local government should be reaching out to these organizations to inform decisions being made around affordable housing, job creation, business development, youth, and senior services. My vision is to work with local organizations to bridge the gap between what I see as the two most powerful entities in our city, local organizations and local government. As your counselor at large, my goal would be to diminish the us versus them mentality and to work together to make our city a cutting-edge municipality that intentionally includes us all. My name is Nicole Mclean. I'm running for counselor at large, and I'm asking for one of your 4 votes on November 2nd, 2021. Thank you.
Hi, this is Hongnet, your City Councilor at Large. First, let me thank the LCTV for giving me the opportunity to speak to you. I also want to take this opportunity to thank all Lynn voters for continued placing their trust in me. My wife Tara and I have been living in Lynn for over 22 years and raised both our children, Anna and William, here. For the past 10 years, I have a great honor to serve the city I love and its residents. I have seen so many amazing people from all walks of life come together to help making Lynn a safe and prosperous city for everyone. Together, we have accomplished a lot in improvements such as Human Rights Commission, new YMCA, new Marshall Middle School, new business developments, and so much more. During the COVID-19 pandemic, I, along with my colleagues at the council, many city officials, and Lynn residents, including the Lynn Salvation Army, had helped to raise money to buy food and also delivered millions of bags of food to hundreds of thousands of our residents throughout Lynn and some cities and towns in the Greater Lynn. In addition to working with the Mayor's Office and the Health Department, we work with the state delegation to find ways to help our residents stay safe. And we also provide daily updates through the LCTV about the situation of COVID-19 to people throughout the North Shore with educational and resources starting in March 2020. Besides, I worked with the Essex County Community Foundation to obtain funding for over $300,000 from the Community Foundation grant program for COVID-19 relief to help the residents of Lynn who experienced severe economic hardship due to COVID-19. The funding was support with basic needs such as housing, utilities, food, emergency childcare, and transportations. I also work with healthcare leadership throughout the North Shore to bring the mask wearing sign campaign that is being displayed throughout the city. This year, I am running for re-election for City Councilor at Large because I love Lynn and plan to bring 10 years of my experience as an elected official and 20 plus years of human rights activist to continue my work for all residents of this city. Like my colleagues at the council and all city officials, I plan to help to ensure that businesses have the tools, equipments, money, and a plan to continue to grow their post-COVID-19. I will continue to work with the council and the mayor to advocate for funding for the safety of the men and women of our police and fire departments, such as well as to improve our infrastructure such as roads, bridges, and seaports. I will continue to work with the school administrator and school committee to find funding for the expansion of the robotics program to improve science, technology, engineering, and math to allow our students excel their high-skilled jobs and for the construction of new schools. If re-elected, my next term, I will focus on job creation and equality. I will work with the city and state delegations to fight for city jobs to be filled by a qualified, diverse population in the city of Lynn. I will also focus on reduction of poverty level that affects some of our seniors and newcomers. I will work to reduce the city and state control rentals for those seniors that are with their fixed incomes. To reach that goal, I will work with the city and state to obtain funding for the rental assistance for those seniors that are on or below the poverty level within the city housing. I look forward to continuing the conversation with everyone in order to deepen my understanding of the issue we face. I respectfully ask for your support, your advice, and your prayers as I continue to set out on building for what is ahead. Once again, I humbly ask for your vote in September and in November. I will continue to put politics aside and do the right thing for all constituents. Thank you so much for watching.